This is the Phygital Games of the Future in Abu Dhabi in 2025, powered by ADNOC. As always, I'm Hernando Planels, and today we are joined by Dan, the man with the plan, and a special guest, sixth man coming off the bench, C-Nav. How are you, gentlemen?
Hi.
Fine, man. You are looking great. C-Nav, welcome to the team. I must say it's a pleasure to have you.
Same here. I am surrounded with great personality, so we're all set.
Well, for those of you at home are wondering, where is Steve, our illustrious host? He had another job to do, so he's not here today, so you have us. But today is the day. It's championship day number 6, and as you can tell on your screen, there's so many things that are going to be happening today. There's a third place game, there's a championship game, but ultimately it is the battle to the death. Is who is going to win with the grand prize of 400,000 US. Dan, let's talk a little about the digital side. As we talked about the whole time, it's a combination of the two, both digital and physical.
Now, as you can well know that we have been having a trend whereby if you come to the digital part where you play your games right and you enter into the physical with a lead, you are most likely going to win. And today we are going to see all these two stars that are starting the match. They have excelled in their digital part. So what's going to be different? Have they learned from the strategies they use? Have they read the games of the other players? Maybe they are going to use some other new characters like we saw yesterday.
That's right. So you never know what's going to bring, especially the details, the background, the experience that they all brought to make sure that they can get there. C-Nav, talk about, I know you watch some of the basketball. You are a Filipino legend back home. Talk about what you've seen at home while watching the games.
Well, I really felt the energy. You know, when I was watching you guys commenting, I wanted to be here live.
And you are.
And I am, so which is great.
Well, it's going to be just a great day altogether. As we talked about, our third place game is really important today. We talk about third place, right? Some may say, well, you didn't make the championship. But listen, it is going to be a very, very tough game. As we take a look at our brackets here, look from the quarterfinals, the semifinals, to here the finals. If we take a look at it, Dan, how did these teams do digitally from your eye?
From my eye, actually, these two games, they played very well digitally. But we had a little bit of downtime for them, and that's why they are right now deciding who is going to take the third place. But they still have a chance. This game is open. They still have a victory, which a win today will be a victory by all means.
C-Nav, when we talk about the third place game, I know that you just came in today, but in your playing career, third place, are you down? Are you up? Like, how do you prepare for a third place game?
Oh, well, that's a tough one. It's kind of like a 50-50, but at the end of the day, it's a game. And you want to make sure you end on a high note.
Right, and speaking of a high note, we take a look at the graph that you see right there on your screen. The Phygital core right now for the two teams that are playing, the Adria All-Stars and the Astana Basketball Club. Adria has the edge 35-31. But if we look at the digital part, all right, Dan, right now, Adria really has the edge on the 1-point versus 2-point. Talk about Adria's strategy you've seen on the digital side.
I've seen Adria's strategies. They have one man who they are really using on that spot. But Astana, as you can see, they are really excelling when it comes to the 1-point shooting. So they are actually making plays, going to us, but it was not enough to match Adria 47 points. And that's why they really need to come up in terms of the digital. They need to strategize different. They need to actually make those 2-point shots and come across the winner in this one.
Well, C-Nav, we saw Adria yesterday. They were 20-14 up on Moskowski. Yeah. They didn't hold on. They fell 25-9 on the court. What were some issues that you saw from Adria?
Oh, it's just composure. At the end of the day, you have to stick with your game plan and make sure you finish it strong, hold that lead. But as we saw last night, that wasn't the case. Yeah.
Right, it's going to be one great third-place matchup. Now let's move on to the piece de resistance, the championship game today, where we're going to be able to watch Liga Pro versus Moskowski. Two powerhouse teams. As we take a look at the graph here, they're very evenly matched. If you look at the Phygital score, 39-38 with Moskowski, they're able to impose their will. As we just said earlier, Moskowski had a great 25-9 run on the basketball side to beat Adria. Dan, break us down on the digital side, because both teams are strong.
As you said, my dear friend, Coach H, this is two teams which are almost equal to each other. When you see they are playing on their digital part, they are both making equal plays on the 1 point, or just one simple difference on the digital part and as well as the physical. We are seeing them actually having 31-30 on the 2 point, as well as that they have 14-12, which means that they have good skills behind the console, and they are making use of that part of the game to actually come across as the winners. But it all comes down to combining the two, which is what makes the game phygital and most exciting.
Now, the other part of this, which is a great storyline, CNAV, is yesterday when we were interviewing Liga Pro team and Moskowski, they both talked about how they practice together in Moscow every single day, pounding the stone as we talk about it, practice, physical, and digital. Talk a little about when you are practicing against your opponent every single day.
Oh, that's going to be a good battle, because you're going to see their strength and the weaknesses of each member. So it's going to be an exciting fight for sure. Looking forward to it.
Right. You know, when I was coaching, when you take a look at the teams that are practicing against each other, right, there's this push-pull. Yep. We practice all the time. Now it's game time, which means I want to show you that I'm better overall, right? And that's, I think, a big part, and it's going to be a big storyline when you talk about Malishkin and you talk about Josh and the different players from both Liga Pro and Moskowski. Dan, you know, we talked earlier about how Liga Pro, okay, on the digital side, they do a really good job. They have Big Baby Mesh, right? Talk about how Big Baby has performed over the course of the tournament.
Absolutely. Big Baby Mesh, we have seen him as the powerhouse behind the console. And it's very interesting to see that all these teams, they have one person who is really good at playing the video games, and the digital part, they are winning using this one person. But they are really weak on the physical. But as we heard in an interview here yesterday, we heard that they actually depend on these guys a lot. And these guys have to be really sharp, go with the technology, the games are new, the characters are new, and they have to jump on it within those 5 days of this tournament.
Let's talk a little bit now the toll on their bodies, okay? So both teams have played the majority of the 5 to 6 days. Yesterday we went on the court and took a look at everything, and we played on the court a little bit. And the court is an amazing, beautiful LED lights, everything else. But CNAV, you were an athlete for a very long time. Talk about the toll on your body when you play game after game after game in a competitive environment.
Ooh, I'm talking about ice bath, you know, because if it's back-to-back game, you're going to feel it. And you need to do some stretching after, mobility, and you really have to take care of yourself, especially with good sleep. But I know they're not getting enough good sleep.
No way. No. I don't think they are getting enough good sleep, because it's an exciting competition right here in ADNOC Center. We have seen guys battling it out. Yesterday it was very physical when we saw the teams, both of them, actually going at each other on the physical. Everybody's on the floor. So actually, I actually agree with you. They need some ice bath. We saw one guy walking around with the knees covered with ice. So recovery is very important, and it might be a 3-on-3 kind of play, but the toll on the body is really immense, and they have to take care as they go. So as they are going back to back with the games, you can see even the exhaustion on the players. But I hope today that everybody's fresh, and ready for the day's action.
Dan, you made up a great point. He talked about the 3-on-3 when the reality is on the court you're playing 2-on-2. And when you're playing 2-on-2, the floor is bigger, the spacing is all over the place. You're really trying to drive and kick. You played a lot of 3-on-3, CNAP. Yeah. Talk about how now you take one player out, now there's two, offense and defense. It's a quick game. Is there a specific strategy you're looking at today?
Well, first of all, if you're talking about 2-on-2, it's going to be more tiring because you're just two people going against another two. In terms of strategy, you have to be technical about it. You can do some handoffs on screens so you preserve energy rather than going one-on-one.
Dan, let's go back to the digital side because I think it's really important. When a team picks the characters, right? We've seen a whole variety of characters out there, from shooters to big-time post players finishing. What are maybe two characters that you've seen, or one that you're like, you know what, if I'm playing, this is who I'm picking?
I have seen them pick one character wearing a basketball on the head and a flying suit. I think these are space basketballers. So these two characters, when you combine them together, actually they improve your play because it's like they know each other. So these characters, maybe they have the same control button, and if you see most teams who have played these two characters together, they have achieved immense reaction-wise and also teamwork in terms of the digital.
Right, and you end up seeing like the quickness of it, the speed of it, of the different players as well too. What I've seen, I know a lot of players are grabbing the rebound, they're kicking it out to their shooters, and the shooters are shooting it. It's just like they would on the physical side with it. So it's going to be a great third place game today and a championship game as well too. Listen, Abu Dhabi has been a tremendous host for the Phygital Games of the Future 2025. Yep. We're excited to be here. It's brought to you and powered by ADNOC. We are on the verge of starting this third place game and having the lineups. Real quick here, Dan, who's your pick?
My pick for today, I'm still going for Astana. I root for them before. They did a loss, but I still stick with them, and I'm going to go for them.
CNAP?
Well, I watched film, of course. I'm going for Adria All-Star. I know they're the technical team, so I know everybody's tired. We'll see.
Perfect. Well, here we go. It's what we've been waiting for. We'll get that nice little saying we say afterwards. It's lineup time.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please introduce our first team, PBC Astana. One more time, put your hands together for them, ladies and gentlemen. And introducing next, we have their opponents, the Adria All-Stars. One more time, give it up for them, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the Phygital Games of the Future Abu Dhabi 2025, powered by ADNOC, and now the stage is set. We had the lineups. PB Astana is ready to go. The Adria All-Stars, they are ready to go. Dan, take a look at who are by the monitors. What do you see?
Actually, behind the monitors, you can see that Adria All-Stars have come out with their star. Actually, let's see that. We have your favorite player, Red. Cabacho, aka Red, has sat down on the console. Before, they gave us, on the physical part, on the digital part, they gave us 34 against 34 for Adria, which means that on the 1-point goal, they are really going for the basket on up close. But when it comes to the digital part on the 2-point, you can see that both of them are really not taking the hard shots outside. So what do you think about shooting from outside and going towards the rim?
Well, we're going to get to that for sure, because we want to really focus on the two different teams that we're at. Astana is first. If you look at them, and Carla, we could get you in there on the shooting part. If you look at what Astana has done, right, 39-24 over the bad boys. We talk about how Cabacho is just a tremendous shooter. You've watched him play. How has Cabacho and Lamska play together?
They play well. They gel. And you can tell that they've been playing together for a long time already.
As you can see, when they lost to Moskowski, Astana had actually really went low on terms of the digital. And this really affected their game against Moskowski. I don't know if it was the choice of player, but they got back and they took the big man. I think on the digital part, they were missing the big man. You saw that.
Right.
This big guy has an ability to be able to win, to take the rebounds, make the dunks, and most of the people who would use him are actually winning.
Right, and they had a nice close victory over Flash Basket in the quarterfinal. They were really able to show what they could do inside and off the court, right? Playing great basketball and playing also on the digital side. And then, of course, in the quarterfinal, PB Astana 25-40 Liga Pro team. They struggled against a very good Liga team who really has a great strategy every single time they come into a game. And these are things that, as you're watching at home, this is something you have to be aware of. And let's take a look at their lineup right here. We've been saying it all tournament long. Number 47, Cabacho, a.k.a. Red, has been a force inside and out. You look at a Lamska, left-hand shooter who can drive right by here. Vlas does a lot of good job. And AAA and Vlas actually does a nice job on the digital side.
Yeah, let's head over to the other side, Adria All-Stars. These guys have been compared to Iverson, and they say they have the one man behind them who is cooking. Actually, when they were doing player introductions, we saw Paulo. His introduction is actually cooking. So which means that behind the scenes, he is cooking a lot on the digital part. As I told you, when you pick these two players who are similar, wearing the green suits, you can find that some of it can actually contribute to having good players and good game on the digital part.
Now, see, Nav, Kojo and Bogdan do a really good job with some pick and roll action. They want to go into an advantage, disadvantage. How important is that so that you could score?
It makes basketball easier. As we mentioned, this is like the 5th or 6th day, so it takes a toll on the body. If you play smarter with good reads, off the picks, off the handballs, you're going to be successful.
Right, and they've been successful the whole time, although they did lose the 10 points to Moskowski. We talked about it earlier. They were up on the digital side, but fell 25-9 on the physical side. As we take a look at their lineups here, number 13, Sibo, the man in the middle, the strength, the muscle, and Iverson. Kojo was up here, told Dan that Iverson is his best favorite player, and he plays just like him. And rounding out that team is number 4, Campo, and number 8, Paolo. We have a great third place game today. Dan, do the honors, please.
Now, as we always say here in the Phygital Games of the Future, just when we are about to begin, Steve, wherever you are, join us in this. It is game time!
And for the penultimate time, it is game time here down at the ADNOC Stadium. It is Games of the Future. Phygital. First half is digital, second half is physical. My name is Sarah Esser, and I'm going to be taking you through this third place final and following the grand final after this. Well, we have a big matchup here. Who is going to take home that third spot on the podium? PBC Astana or Adria All-Stars? Let's get into the first half of the match. Astana taking a very early lead here. 2 points straight up. And another attempt there by Paolo, but misses. Paolo now back on the ball, passing over to teammate. Another miss, but a good offensive rebound brought back out by Kolja. Passed off, couple of passes there. Both teammates working well to pass that ball around, looking for the next opportunity. Looks like the ball was passed out of the hands there, but now we are in the hands of Glass. And what a block at the attempt for the slam dunk. Now an extra 2 points there. Going to Astana. Now back with Paolo on the ball. This is the Phygital Basketball 3on3 FreeStyle, powered by M42. And this is the playoff. Both teams have worked their way through. Sadly, both got knocked out in semi-finals yesterday, but still have a chance at the third place on the podium. Now, good passing dynamics between Paolo and Kolja, but just as I said that, the hands of Facho coming in and intercepting, similar to how he plays on the court. Looking forward to that in the second half of this match. Phoebe, it's the final day. It's the penultimate final. How have you found this week, and what are you thinking of this match so far?
I am honestly loving it. We are literally on the final day. It's sad to see this all almost coming to an end. But what I'm really excited about is to see the teams fighting it out for the championship. One team today will come up with a title, and here we are currently fighting for the third place in the Games of the Future Phygital Basketball Tournament. Currently we've got Paolo and Kolja, and we've got Blas and Red. Blas going in, trying to maneuver, pushing in, and a slam dunk from Red. Dana really pushing it through with a 2-point difference. Blas trying to get another shot there, takes it, misses. Red for the rebound, passes it again. I feel Glad would go for another shot, trying to. He passes it to Red, still not being able to get that good shot spot. Trying to maneuver even further, takes a nice shot and lands it perfectly, increasing the difference to 4 points. Kolja with the points, Paolo passing it, and Kolja going for that slam dunk. going in nicely from Blast. That difference is really increasing. Again, guys, we've all come to a conclusion, a very certain conclusion, that winning the digital game really puts you at a massive, massive lead for the rest of the whole match. Currently sitting at a 5-point difference with 6 minutes left. Pablo taking the shot, only 7 points left for Team Astana to end the game, and we've got 12 points for Team Adria All-Stars to get it done. Pablo taking a shot, missing it again. Pablo taking another shot, missing it again. Is Pablo going to take another shot now? He definitely does, but this time he's still... I thought he actually got it in, but he didn't. Red with the steal. Again, showing us what kind of talent he was getting yesterday with all those steals. Another shot from Blas, but landing the 1 point as he stepped into the arc. 5-point difference, 6-point difference. Red with that slam dunk, and only 4 points to go. Will Paulo and Kolja be able to get back, or will they struggle in the next round of this game? Sarah, what are your predictions?
Well, BB, this is so different to what I was expecting. Looking at the stats from the week, both teams were quite even when it came to 1 point from the digital game. I thought it was going to be game over there, but not quite. So I'm surprised that Astana have taken such a massive lead here. I thought it was going to be goal for goal. They are now just 1 point away from taking the first half of this match. This is going to put Adria All-Stars in a very tricky position. Not what I was expecting. They've been a solid team since the beginning. Now, can Paulo finish this up, going for the 2 so they can go in with that extra 1 point advantage in the second half. They've got a buffer to do so, and they make it land. Now, closing the gap a little bit. Blas is back out, using those ball skills, and they've done it. 20, you can see they are elated. Look at that. They know how important that gap is going to be. It's put them in a very strong position. Tapping his head, he knows it's a mental game. Let's head down to the desk and see what they made of that first half.
What a first part of the digital game here at the Phygital Games of the Future in Abu Dhabi 2025, powered by ADNOC. 20-12 victory. Dan, what did your 2 eyes see?
My 2 eyes saw the big man really sweating out there. Did you know that even on the digital, these characters can also be seen releasing heat because of how hot the game has been? Now, the man behind the character is, of course, is Astana's one and only Capacho, aka Red. He was the big man in the team. You saw him making the slam dunks. You saw him also blocking, and also they had excellent teamwork with his teammates.
Yeah, when you take a look at the digital 2-point goal right now, Astana had 6 versus 4 against Adria, but it's really the stockpiling of the digital 1 point for Astana with the 8, right? So now they have 8, then you add the 6, and this is where you are with the score right here, where they're really, really struggling to go ahead and get it. Now, this is a big lead, 20-12, CNAV, we talk it all the time, this whole tournament, 8 points. What are they going to have to do on the physical side to come back?
Well, they have to be physical on defense. That's the name of the game for them right now. They really have to step on it, and if they're really going to get going on their inside game, outside game, they gotta be close to perfect for this one, Coach H.
They definitely will. As we take a look at the players warming up here, they're getting really, really warm, meaning they've got to rise their body temperature up, Dan. Dan, I know you're a big-time runner and a former player as well, too. How important is the warm-up here when it's only 4 to 5 minutes?
Actually, the warm-up is really important because, as you saw, their mobility was really limited for that time, which they were sitting down and they were not doing any movement. Now, for such a kind of a game which has all these movements back and forth, you really want to use your explosive muscles and to dash fast. Like this, not marathoners. Marathoners, we go long distance, slowly. But this one can be more compared to 100 meters or the short races.
Now, CNAV, Astana is up 20-12. If you were the coach of Astana, what are you telling your players to keep this lead?
Oh, for sure, I'm going to try to keep the pace slower and make baskets for sure. And of course, I'm not going to forget about defense. It's always there. Because sometimes you tend to lack on defense when you're in the lead. But it's a game right now. You want to win it, so you're going to play defense.
And we take a look at the lineups here for Astana. Cabacho, a.k.a. Red, and Lamska, a powerhouse duo, Dan. What do you think of those two?
Now, these two have shown absolutely tremendous progress as the competition has gone on. They are learning the game. They are observing what's happening on the court. They are really playing nice and easy. We don't see them getting a lot of fouls, PBC Astana, but we have seen them actually dominate on the digital, which is one thing which gives an upper edge. But they should not relax. Remember, sometimes they were the underdog and they came up. But this time they are on top. They need to really maintain and actually make sure that they go for the jugular in this wonderful game.
Well, gentlemen, here we are with the last 50 seconds before we start the last half of the third place game, and definitely the last half for PBC Astana and Adria All-Stars. Dan, quick prediction, what's going to happen here in the second half?
Just as I said, I am PBC Astana fan, and it's not only that, the facts, they tell it all. I'm going with PBC Astana.
CNAV?
I said earlier, I'm going for Adria All-Stars. I'm still hoping for that. If they play good defense and put it all out there, who knows?
Well, here we go. This will be the game of their lives as we watch. Dan, take us away, please.
Now, as always, it is
game time.
Well, here we are for the second half of this third place playoff. This match, they've done the toss. Let's see, we've got ref cam. What a cool angle between Astana, PBC Astana and Adria All-Stars. Now, Astana have taken an early lead here. Next year, Games of the Future will be heading to their hometown. Are they going to go into that competition as hometown heroes, having finished in third, or are they going to be going home in fourth? Let's see if Adria All-Stars can close this gap. There is a gap of 8. Cabacho, aka Red, has been a star all week. I expected it to be a lot closer on the digital game, but Astana have been doing their work, and you really can see them flourishing here today on finals day. Business is on. You can see both scrapping already. They've got 7 minutes to put all the training they have been going through into practice here for the second half of the Phygital Basketball, powered by M42 here at the Games of the Future. Supported by ADNOC. 1 point there, opening up the second half by Lamska, opening up the lead for Astana, and Adria All-Stars give an answer there. Closing the gap back up. Up goes Red. Just how he likes to do it. He just looks full of confidence today. 2 points for Cabacho, aka Red. Got a player down. Let's check he's okay. We're going to see the replay. Oh, he was kind of pushed by the hip there. Not smart play from Adria All-Stars. Perhaps a little bit risky, but we are back into gameplay. Working their way up. It is getting physical. Ooh, that was a tough one. Get those players back on their feet. It is 23-13. Get to see the replay there. It is getting tough. You can see what it means to these players. And Adria All-Stars have got a big job to do at the moment. Now, Astana on the free throw. This is why the fouls were not smart at that time, but they've managed to pick up the rebound. Reset the play. Out they go for 1 point closer. Now, Astana back on the ball. BB, we've got 5 minutes, 54 seconds left, and still quite a gap to close up for Adria All-Stars.
Honestly, I feel like Astana is really taking a massive lead here. I feel like they know that this is their only chance to be in the count from first, second, third, and honestly, they have really pushed through. So well done to them. It's gonna be a bit challenging for Team Adria to push, especially that there's a lot of contact right now. Cebu teams, the players Cebu seem to be getting a little tense, just like yesterday, and that's how they managed to start losing their calm, and this is where things started going well for Team Nautilus team. Cebu currently pushing through, passing it to Kolja. Kolja trying to go in, takes a shot, and misses. Red with the ball. Red seems to be very calm, chill. I believe that was taken out by Kolja. Going in and yep, it slipped from Kolja's hit. Red taking some rest now while Lamska and Academic and Blast is on the team. Pushing through, Cebu going in. Another waiting there. Cebu tries to get a shot, makes it in. And Cebu goes for the shot. Sadly doesn't land it. Lamska with the ball, pushing through, trying to go in. Kolja on the defense, and Lamska takes a wild shot from far, but doesn't make it. A lot of contact between the players, especially Cebu and Red. Trying to push through, trying to get as much rebound as possible, as every ball is important, every basket is essential for your win today. Ball is currently with Team Astana. Lamska with the ball, passing it to Red. Red trying to take a shot, pushing through, and takes that shot, landing it perfectly, increasing the gap to 3 points and almost 11 points on the main total. Kolja with the shot, passes it to Cebu, easily done, as Cebu has the good physique. Red with the ball, currently passing it to Lamska on the arc. Will Lamska take a shot or go for a layup? He decides to go for a layup, but there is a clear block there, which lands in a foul. Referee's whistle, I believe, wasn't working as he was trying to call out. Eventually, he had to let the whistle go and start shouting at the players. I love the energy. I love the commitment to work. A great referee right there. Looks really happy and smiling. On 4 minutes left on the clock. Red going through. Nice pass from Kolja to Cebu. Cebu takes an easy shot, reducing that gap to 9 points and 1 point on the physical. Honestly, physically, on the physical game, the teams seem to be very similar. Not many points have been scored through here, but that gap from the digital really made that damage. That would be very hard to come up from for Team Adria. More contact on the players, really seems to be pushing a lot. Cebu with his physical contact, as you guys can see. I would like to say this is love between the players. They're hugging each other, shows how much they love each other. And yeah, I believe I choose to believe that. Lamska going for the shot, landing it perfectly. More love there from Cebu as Red flying through, Good job. Blast trying to, referee calling in for a foul. Sarah, tell us more about what you feel with all this love going on in the game. Too much physical contact. I see that the love is really dominating on the court.
Well, I think Adria All-Stars let the nerves get to them in the first half of the match in the digital part of the game, and just sadly had too big a gap to close. Because if you look at the score for the physical game, it's still very close. And based on the stats from the week and what we've seen from these players, I expected both aspects of the match to be very close. They've just equalized for the physical game. It's 6-all now. So I just think, it was perhaps the nerves. Third place still means so much. When you've been knocked out in the semi-finals, this is like sort of still winning, you got to get that bronze medal place. It's still so important, and you can see that passion coming out on the court here. Looks like he's just taking a few moments to get back up. We'll see the foul now on the replay. It is getting pretty tough. You can see he had his hands on that ball. Bit of a reaction there from the crowd. The crowd are loving this, though. The atmosphere in the ADNOC Stadium. Free throw has gone in there for Astana. Going to help them open up that gap again. Now 2 points. That's what we like to see. The Colja. Now they've got 3 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock. Going for another long bong there. Ball back in the hands of Cabacho, aka Red. Now up for an extra 1 point. For anyone, if this is your first time watching Phygital Basketball, the players need to reach 39 points or be in the lead before the buzzer goes out. There's a total of 7 minutes for this half. There is 2 minutes 43 left on the clock. Up for another 2 points. Cabacho not landing it this time, but now Adria All-Stars saying, what you can do, I can do too. And they close that gap by another 2 points. Now this is the closest they have been. Can they take this on a bit of a run? Another foul being called there in favor of Astana. Not a good time for Adria All-Stars to cause that one. Possibly not a lot of strategic thinking has gone in there. They seem like they were just about to take the momentum. There are 4 players allowed on each team, but in this half of the match, for the physical half, 3 are allowed on the roster in terms of the rotation. 2 on court, 1 they're available for substitution to bring some fresh legs on, and no coach. They're all self-coached, self-directed, self-decided in terms of how they're going to play this match. You can see Cabacho, aka Red, looking to get an off-the-ball call there from the ref. But we've got a shot go up for 2 by Colja. Now just 4 points in it. Adria All-Stars leading this second half, 13-9. Also leading on fouls, so perhaps this more aggressive approach is working for them. I'm sure they spent a lot of time watching each other play. We saw yesterday Adria All-Stars sitting back in the audience to watch the match. Now the ref is having a few words there with one of the Adria All-Stars players. Great view here from ref cam. BB, 29-26, the closest it's been so far. Adria All-Stars showing their basketball skill here in the second half. And it's heating up here in the stadium, BB.
I love it. Honestly, I'm quite impressed at how the gap just kept reducing. Now it's only sitting at 3 points. We just witnessed Lamska grab Cebu. Again, so much love in there. The players are just enjoying themselves, really having fun, and I love it. So much energy from the crowd as well. You can tell the crowd are just as passionate as the players in the game. They want their favorite team to win. They came here to support them. They are shouting their names. I can hear so much noise from the crowd. Currently, the referee is discussing with Colja and Adria team while everyone's resting. We've got 20 seconds left for that time break. Everyone's discussing. So much thoughts and plans and ideas going through the players' heads. And that's the crowd shouting their favorite team's name, loving that energy here at the Games of the Future. Again, guys, you still have some time to make it through the games. Some games are ending in the next few hours, so you guys can actually make it through to the venue, ADNOC and Abu Dhabi, to see all these lovely digital games going through. We still got the finals to go, and we still got 2 minutes of this game, moments separating us from really knowing who will take the 3rd place in this tournament, which has lasted for 7 days. We started at 16 teams, and now we're currently sitting on 4 teams, where 3 of them will be crowned the top 3, and 1 will be the champion, taking home $400,000. Honestly, I feel like this is an insane amount. I wish I could take the $400,000 just for myself, but it's gonna be awarded for the first player here at Phygital Basketball. Currently just roaming around waiting for the players to commence the game. I feel like the referees are discussing some things while the players are just trying to take a breath, trying to calm down, think through, get as much strategy in there, get your mind straight, as there's only 3-point difference with 2 minutes sitting on the clock. Team Adria has been pushing through in the physical game, leading them with 5 points. Nice shot from Kolja, but missing it. At this point, every shot and every goal is important. Another layup from Lamska, landing it in, increasing the score a bit further. Kolja going in for the shot and landing it! Currently sitting at a 2-point difference. Adria is really becoming so close to Astana. Started from an 11-point difference, and now we're only sitting at a 2-point difference. Team Astana is showing some fatigue. The players are really starting to get tired, especially with all that physical contact and physical difference between the players. Astana pushing that lead again, making it 4-point lead. Kolja going for the shot. He seems to be really trying to go for the 2-pointers, landing another one, and now we're sitting on a 2-point difference with 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock. Red with the ball, takes a shot, not landing it unfortunately. This could be risky for Team Astana. Kolja taking a shot, also missing it. Seems that Red is trying to pass some time while they are still on the lead. Another foul for Lamska, for Team Astana. Hopefully they will take advantage of this opportunity, as every point matters. Less than 1 minute on the clock. Sarah, are your nerves wrecking right now, or you're really enjoying what the game has to show?
I am so glad it has closed back up. Adria All-Stars have put in a shift in this second half, and this is exactly why we love sport. We love it when it's close, when it's exciting, the fans can get involved, everyone's supporting their own team. This is why everyone has come down to the ADNOC Centre here in the heart of Abu Dhabi. We want to see it close. There's just 3 points in it with 52 seconds to go. Astana doing everything they can. What a shot there for an extra 1 point to open up that lead a little bit more. But up for 2 goes Kolja, says, hey, no, that's not happening. Vacho trying the same, but the ball has rebounded back into the hands of Adria All-Stars. Oh, that was the opportunity. Now there's just 1 point in it. Looks like a foul has been called. Adria All-Stars fans, they're getting passionate, getting in it, getting behind their players. It is 34-33. But not only do we have just 25 seconds left on the clock, I believe that's going to go, that's just the timeout clock. We also have the risk that one team is going to reach 39 points before the buzzer is over. So who is it going to be? Both teams having a timeout right now, resetting, just taking a bit of water on board, having a think, having a chat, discussing their strategies. Like I said earlier on, there's no coach. They are just coaching themselves. There is 1 point in this match. Who is going to take it? There's 29 seconds left on the clock. This is for 3rd place. This is important, and so important for Astana as they will be hosting the next tournament in July. Now, serious time. Up for a free throw for Adria All-Stars. He's closed it. It is 34-all. I did not see this coming out of the first half. It is 22-14 going the way of Adria All-Stars in the second half. Now, an opportunity to take the lead for the first time in this 3rd place match, but it's not happened. So now Astana have got to get the work on. Cabacho, aka Red, is doing what he does best, putting those hoops away. He has been a star for that team all week. Let's watch that again. Look, he just looks so confident out there. Beautiful replay. 22 seconds and Astana are leading by 1. This is going to be so close all the way down to the buzzer. There is 12 seconds left. Astana just 1 point ahead. Now we've got Refcam. Let's see what he can see. He's been busy. 17 fouls so far in this 7-minute half. Now, Adria All-Stars, what are they going to do here? Passing in for 1 point. Have they given away the ball and a potential foul at a risky time? And the buzzer is gone. Astana have taken this by 1 point. Astana have won the 3rd place match here for the Phygital Basketball, powered by M42. What a match. First wave of Astana in the digital side of the game, then Adria All-Stars really put the work out there on the physical court, but just not enough. And Astana won by 1 point. This was the 3rd place match I was looking for, and if this is anything to go by, make sure you stick around for the grand final, which will be up shortly. But before then, let's take a look at some replays of the best moments from this half of the match. Here we have number 88 for Astana going up for 1 point. That was early on in the half. And Cabacho, aka Red, doing what he does best, putting those 2-pointers away. He got a fair few on his name through this match. Great timing there on the layup. And now we see another 2-pointer from Red, straight through, nothing but net. And he just kept tallying up those points. Let's hear from the players themselves, the 3rd place winners.
Congratulations, guys, on winning our 3rd place match. You guys were dominating them in the digital competition, winning 20-12. You come into the physical realm and they were playing a very physical ball game with you. How did you keep yourself focused and manage to get the win in the end?
But we go every game only to fight, only to win, only to see our fans, our country, to good game.
I mean, I love that. I could see as well in the game, every time you hit a shot, you were hitting them with a little celebration. I know the fans love that. What does it mean to you to have the support of the crowd here?
It's all us. We are all us.
We're excited every moment. We're excited every moment. We enjoyed it every moment. When we start the game, we win how many points? 8 points. We win 8 points, and then that's it. We win 3rd place.
I mean, we love that. I think that was my favorite match to watch in this whole tournament. Congratulations, guys, on winning 3rd place. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Astana.
Oh, that was a game of the century. The back and forth.
Oh, wow.
One punch, another punch, and they kept going over and over again. the discipline of both teams to go ahead and get to play at their highest level. And then, of course, Astana coming in and getting that 1-point victory. Dan, take a look. Obviously, we talked about the digital side, but break it down for us, please.
All right, we saw PBC Astana coming forth as the victors in the digital part, but also they completely dominated. I think they had taken some of their characters and put them into the real game. We saw them also when they are making their final remarks. They were really enjoying the game. As much as it was really physical, lots of fouls, but you could see them really enjoying the game, and they had come here knowing they're going to get the victory, and that's exactly what they delivered.
See, Nav, you've been a product of many games such as this championship in third place. Talk about the importance of playing at this high level for the third place game.
Oh, you gotta bring your A game every time, and you see their faces when they won that game. As if it was a championship already. So every time you have to give it out there.
Well, you know, when we take a look at the teams, it was a very tough game. It was physical. The fouls were 10-7, 17 fouls in this game, and you saw it early. The physicality. Them going at each other, the hands going up there, the jerseys being torn, the fans going crazy. But you saw great shooting by Lamska and Cabacho, who's about to join us here in just a second. And we take a look at the graphic here, 35-34. Astana with the victory. We have Cabacho up here on the stage. Congratulations, man.
Thank you guys.
Congratulations.
Now, when you take a look at this game, tough game, you were dominating from the beginning. When you were in your timeout huddles, what were you talking about?
We're talking for play too long, attack, and we are make it for one point. And after we look for good, it's for our opponents have to 10 fouls, and we are dominant like this.
Right, Dan?
All right, you seem like you are really enjoying the game. Did you have extreme faith when you woke up this morning that you are going to get the victory?
I say today it's for like wake up. Today we win.
You told it.
Yeah, like
right.
this.
Hey, Cabacho, when you did that step back almost towards the end and you made it, how did it feel for you?
I like it, this shot.
And you said something after the one who was defending you.
Yeah.
Now, when you go ahead now from here, you win third place. Obviously, you want to be at the top. Next year, it's going to be in Astana. When you take a look at your preparation, what do you think that's going to look like over the next year?
We are more to preparation for digital. But physical, we are professional basketball. We every time prepared.
Amazing.
Oh, listen, that's great. Congratulations to Astana, to Cabacho, to your team winning the third place after a great tournament altogether. Match MVP, digital first. 1 point. He had 6 of them. On the physical side, 2 points. Digital, a 2-point goal. Didn't make any, but it doesn't matter because he made 3 2-pointers on the physical side. Now, what I love about this, Dan, look how fast he was going on the court. 5.5. Fast.
That was absolutely fast. Now, I saw that man rushing across, and I told you the muscle it takes to just dash across the court right now is absolutely physical, and you have to have extreme pressure coming out. Now, we saw also the other side, Judo is there, and on the digital side, we did have these guys win and come up with victory. I can only say 6 things. They had the passion, they understood the mission, and what else runs the mission? They actually created fusion of the digital and the physical part, which is what the Phygital games of the future are all about. Creating the fusion and going for the win. Congratulations
thank you,
Astana. See you.
From all of us
You made me a
here
fan.
for the third place day, Cabacho, congratulations. And we'll be right back for the physical games of 2025 here in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi and UAE at the moment seems to be the epicenter of autonomous robotics and many other activities.
Health is the essence of who we are. M42 is a global health champion harnessing the power of artificial intelligence, technology and genomics to transform healthcare systems and ensure that everyone, everywhere, has access to the care they need. Our dedication to health knows no borders, and we serve with the belief that health is not a privilege. It is a universal right.
Running a business doesn't have to be complicated. At Solutions Plus, we provide a tailored combination of consulting, business process outsourcing, and technology solutions, from digital to finance, procurement, HR, ESG, and integrated facilities management. We take care of it all, letting you focus on success. Partner with Solutions Plus and take your business to the next level.
What if the spaces between us could disappear? And one move makes all the difference. Sometimes it feels like bonds growing stronger across any distance. When the spaces between us disappear, beautiful things happen.
Looking for car, health or home insurance? Don't waste hours calling around. At insurancemarket.ae, I bring you quotes from the UAE's top insurers in seconds. Compare, choose and buy instantly, all in one place. Over 200,000 policyholders already trust us with a 4.8 star rating. Join them today. Insurancemarket.ae, where insurance gets smarter. Insurancemarket.ae.
Energy is life, and today, life is happening in two worlds, physical and digital. In Abu Dhabi, where source energy powers innovation, a new kind of energy rises, an energy that unites worlds through intention and action, where physical skills meet digital mastery, and next generation of champions are born. This is where talent meets technology, where strength meets strategy, where energy amplifies through action and powers the future. The games of the future, powered by ADNOC.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for here at the Phygital Games of the Future in Abu Dhabi 2025, powered by ADNOC. It is the championship game. This whole tournament for 6 days. We have two top quality teams, Dan.
This is Moskowski versus Liga Pro Team. As we were entering this tournament, we were seeing Liga Pro Team going in very much confident. Make sure that Liga Pro Team, you have that confidence and energy in this right now game.
And let's not forget that Liga Pro Team is the defending champion. CNAV, are you excited about this game?
Of course, I was just watching this online, on digital. Right now, I'm here live.
Well, CNAV is here, Dan is here, and we're here for the Phygital Games of the Future in Abu Dhabi 2025, powered by ADNOC. But before we step away, we're about to do the lineups. What time is it?
It's time for the lineup.
It's game time. Thanks, guys.
Oh, game time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first finalists, Liga Pro Team. One more time, give it up for them, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing next, we have our other finalists, Team Moskowski. One more time, put your hands together for them, Moskowski.
All right, here we go. The lineups are set. The championship standards are ready to go between two powerhouse team, Liga Pro and Moskowski. As we mentioned, Dan, Liga Pro are the defending champions. When they're coming in here, what are some key things we're looking at for Liga Pro team to dominate on the digital side?
I would say Liga Pro team needs to be humble and also watch out for Moskowski. We have their lead man over here, Big Baby Mish. He's going to take them through the digital part. He's been quite essential in their wins, having 1 point goal difference of 5-2 against their opponent Moskowski. Now, when you look at that, 0 on 13 on the physical as well as the physical part, they have 0 and 8. What do you think is going to help them to win, Coach Nasinava?
Well, yeah, they actually have to get in there with their strength. So they have to actually work with their strength. They have to play inside.
Yeah, and with Liga Pro team, they had their first win against Club Nakahai, 38-12, a thorough domination of what they were doing. And as they went through the tournament, they showed what they could do, beating Team Ghana by 10 points in round 2. Again, showing the grit, the strength that they have, and the execution, especially with their lead guard, Malishkin, who could really shoot the ball. As they continued on the tournament, they started getting more powerful. They played a very tough, great team, Brazil, beating them 39-22. We also saw this was a time when Maestro was not playing as much. It was Malinsky and Chudo who was doing all the damage in those games. And it followed up again in the next few games that they were playing, because it shows their power and the versatility and the rest that they have here. Now, in order for them to get here, they beat PBC Astana 40-25 in just pure domination. And because of that, they have found themselves here in the championship game, Dan.
Liga Pro team, we see the main man over there, who is Meleshkin, alongside Chudo. These guys are the power team behind the physical part, but you're not forgetting Big Baby Mish is also really important, and we have seen them being lined up by Maestro on the consoles. It seems that these two partners, they have understood the game and they have really selected good characters before. We have seen them selecting all these avatars, which are slightly the same in all of the matches, and probably that is what has helped them to win on the digital part, apart from just knowing each other and how they play.
Well, their hands are going to be tied today because they are facing a tough, gritty club in Moskowski. Moskowski comes in here and they started a 39-20 win against Uzbek right in round 1. They showed the stars that they have, from Sam, from Josh, from Academic, doing all the little things to get there. What I was really impressed is the shooting outside of Josh and then the all-around play of Sam. They went into round 2, beating PBC Astana 40-23. Again, another dominating performance, both digitally and physically.
Now, this team has been known to really actually destroy their opponents, and the powerhouse right there, number 93 for Moskowski, Sam himself, and also we saw the captain coming over and speaking to us about their victory. We saw that during their quarterfinals they had 39 over Interstellars, sending them backing back home, and that was an absolutely dominant game. I would say that actually right now, Moskowski, they are really feeling like the winners over here.
See, Nav, when you took a look at Moskowski, how impressed were you with number 93, Sam?
Oh, he's amazing. As you mentioned, he's an all-around guy. He can drive through the basket, he can shoot the three, and he can facilitate. So with him into the team, they're in great hands.
Well, here's a lineup: number 25, Academic; number 13, Josh; 93, Sam; and number 20, Goated Yulcha, which, quite honestly, is one of my favorite names altogether. Well, we've got a great game, a great championship game today. We only have one thing to say, Dan.
Yes, we do. And as always, it is game time.
Hello, and we're back with the final game of this tournament. After 7 days of fun, enjoying ourselves, everyone's excited to see which team is gonna take that title and the championship. Moments away from starting with Team Liga Pro and Team Moskowski. We've got Baby Mitch, who was a legendary player carrying the whole game yesterday, and Milishkin from Team Liga Pro. And on the other side, we've got Sam and Josh for Team Moskowski. Starting the score point, we've got Baby Mish, Big Baby going in for the first point. Sam taking a shot, landing it perfectly and taking the lead. Milishkin passing it back to Baby Mish, who takes a shot, gets it in there, retaliating as soon as possible. Josh back to Sam, Sam trying to get in, They really want these points to keep coming. Going to Josh, passing him back to Sam. Yet stolen by Big Baby Mesh, who takes the shot but gets stolen again. Sam passing it to Josh. They really want to go for the two-pointers. Easy shot there. Josh takes a layup and scores. Currently equalizing with 8 minutes on the clock. Sam taking the shot, not landing it, but Josh taking in with the rebound and scoring it easily. We've got Liga Pro with the green box character and Moskowski with the ladies team in white. Currently taking the lead, Liga Pro is with the ball position. Big Baby Mesh takes a shot, landing it, causing a 3-point difference. Sam with the ball, trying to go in, not scoring unfortunately. Milishkin back to Baby Mesh, who takes another shot and sadly not landing it. Will Josh and Sam be able to equalize, or will the Liga Pros want to increase that difference? There was a push on the digital world. I see like the contact of the players is currently even pushing through to the digital. Josh sadly missing that slam dunk. Big Baby Mesh taking the shot, still missing, but Milishkin gets the rebound. I think they're gonna go for another shot. Exactly what they do. And scoring it. 5-point difference currently sitting on the scoreboard. It's getting a bit tough for Team Moskowski. Big Baby Mesh still taking the position. Another shot, landing it and making it even harder for Team Moskowski. Big Baby Mesh, another shot, missing it. Currently sitting at a 7-point difference. Passing it to Milishkin, who could have went for a layup, but still choosing to pass it back, but then getting the ball again, and the layup goes in ahead. 8-point difference. We're really getting we were seeing that it's becoming tight for Team Moskowski. Sam with the shot, landing it, decreasing that difference a bit. Sarah, what do you think? This is insane. Liga Pro is already dominating just as we've always seen them. Do you think this is just going to be another match for them and then they will take the championship, or Moskowski will have another say for them?
Liga Pro are the reigning champions, and they're making it known here early on in the grand final. I mean, it was never going to be easy for Moskowski. Liga Pro know how to win. They know how to work their way through. Now they're just 2 points away from taking the first half of this grand final. Moskowski closing that slightly, but Big Baby Mish adding another point to their scoreboard. Still so much time on the clock, but Liga Pro wasting no time, and they go into the second half leading by 9. What a way to say we're here to take this final. Let's hear from the desk as we get ready for the second half of this grand final.
Well, Moskowski has put themselves in the same situation as they did yesterday. Welcome back. This is the Phygital Games of the Future in Abu Dhabi 2025, powered by ADNOC. And gentlemen, yesterday we saw Moskowski down 20-14. Now they find themselves down to Liga Pro team 20-11. It's a 9-point deficit here, Dan. Give us a quick rundown.
So from that digital game that we just saw, Big Baby Mish proved that he is the maestro. He is the man, the MVP of the console, giving us so many 2-point goals, and that's what led them to the victory, 8-4 on Moskowski. Now, Sam on the other side was also really pushing it, but Moskowski could only get 3-4 on the digital 1-point goal, but they also had 4 on the 2. So it seems like they are working on mixture of going in towards the board in the digital part and towards the physical.
And 9 points is a big deficit, Nav. When you're on the court, what are we going to look here to see if Moskowski can go in and make that comeback?
Well, as you've seen last night, Moskowski was able to put up a big comeback. So in terms of attitude and character, there's no doubt they're going to give their A game. But then again, tonight they're going against a defending champion. So it's going to a bit more tougher mountain to climb for them.
Yeah, and we take a look at here. We have talked about in the third game, Maestro is not warming up. It is Chudo and Maleshkin for Liga Pro Team. And we talk about how Moskowski, has 3-level scores in order for them to make it happen. Now, one thing, and we touched on it in the pregame, we talked about how both teams practice with each other in Moscow. Dan, talk about the psychological advantages when you practice against your now opponent in the championship game.
This is also can give you two ways to approach this. One can give you an edge on top of planning your game because you actually understand their game. And secondly, it can also instill some fear because I remember one time there was one basketballer, he passed away the other day, but he said, when I walk into the gym, I will make sure my opponent sees how much I work hard so that they can know when it comes to the court, I will defeat him. So that's the same which when you play together, this opponent can see you and the kind of hard work you are doing. You can agree with that, right?
Definitely, I agree. And this is going to be a good game to watch because they know each other, they know the strength and the weaknesses. So it's up for grabs still.
Well, when you take a look at the matchup that we're going to have with Chudo from La Liga and Academic from Moskowski, two big, strong forces on the inside. And then on the perimeter, it's going to be Josh versus Malinsky, which means the X factor in all of this is going to be 93 Sam, who we've talked about, gentlemen, that he is one of the best all-around players. Quickly, Dan, give us two things that you've seen from Sam.
So from Sam, I can see he has the swag. He knows how to, entertain. This game is not only about just playing. It's also actually going in there, knowing that it's a beautiful game. You have to go there, add a bit of energy, but you really have to make it count. We saw Moskowski playing Sam really on the digital part, and they had him also on the physical. But let me ask you one question. When you look at that lineup, both teams, we have seen that Big Baby Mish is warming up on the court. Do you think that La Liga Pro Team, they are really warming up Big Baby Mish, but is he gonna be a vital part or is he just like a sub who is just there for moral support?
He's only there for moral support. He hasn't played pretty much any significant minutes here. So, but you know what? Championship game. You may never know what's going to go on. Dan, quickly, give me your pick.
I am going for Moskowski.
CNAB.
Moskowski.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'm going different. I'm going with La Liga Pro Team. We got one thing to say, Dan. Taking us away.
It is game time.
And we're back to the final round of the final game. Both teams are very, very excited. We've got the players on the court, the audience on the seatings. Everyone's excited, so crowded. Everyone's looking forward to the game to find out which team is gonna take their title. Liga Pro Team are getting into the court now as we are almost commencing the game. We've got Malishkin, we've got Academic, we've got Josh. Josh currently passing to Academic. Easy there. The game is still slow. The ball is with Josh, passing it to Academic, trying to get there for the layup. Nicely done, but not landing it, unfortunately. Melishkin the court. Sam is getting in now. Ball is with Mileshkin, playing with Kudo. Josh with the ball. Oh, that was wild. Trying to take a shot. Josh taking the layup, and that's our first point of the game. That was a hard hit just a second ago from the Liga Pro. I believe that was Chubo, who got hit by someone's shoulder. Hope he's okay. Academic taken in, and Chubo with the ball, taking in a shot from far away, Van landing it perfectly, pushing the score even further. We are currently sitting on an 11-point difference for Team Liga Pro. These guys know how to dominate. Like I said earlier, and from the first game, they are here for the win, taking this championship very seriously. They have no time to mess around. All they want is to score the points, get the win, and get the championship. Nicely done there by Academic, and getting in the foul. Tied up now with 2 points each on the physical, and I believe 9-point difference. Yes, 9-point difference on the total. Academic for the shot, reducing that push a lot. Liga Pro going in, and Mileshkin trying to go in there, but getting shut down by Academic and Josh. Game is going through, taking a shot from back. I feel like the best strategy Liga Pro can go for is taking the shots away from the arc, taking the 2-pointers, as this is what led them to win every other game from before. Currently sitting at an equalizer. Josh was going for the shot, but there was a push and Academic was pointing out that the ball wasn't even with him. Lovely contact there. As I said, guys, I believe to consider this the love of the players. So much love that they keep hugging each other. Nicely done there by La Liga Pro, but missing it. Sam passing into George. Josh taking that shot and missing it. Again, players flying here and there. That's how much passion you can see in the game. Love it. The video cam from the referee. Again, I believe he slipped there by mistake. He's up there. I love the sportsmanship. Josh pulling him through. Game commences. He's going for the layup. Nicely done there. And they are taking the lead now. Liga Pro team trying to get the shot. Slow pass. Easy layup. Again, just going in point to point with 5 minutes sitting on the clock. Nicely done, Sam. Sarah, with only less than 5 minutes on the clock, who do you think will take the championship? What are your predictions? Tell us what you think.
Well, we saw in the last third place final match that was on just before this one that anything is possible, that a team coming from behind can make it happen and close up the gap. They weren't able to take the win, but they were definitely able to get close. And we're currently 24-15. Liga Pro, the reigning champions, really made their mark in the first half. Both teams have had a glance at the trophy. It was out there when they were coming on. A great bit of athleticism there from number 13. We're going to obviously see both teams fight right down to the wire. Moskowski are now leading by 1 in the second half. It could go either way. They sadly had a tough start in the first half. Now, there's a bit of a substitution going on here. For anyone that is just joining us, you have 3 players and you can substitute 1 out, 2 on court at a time. And up goes number 93 for a 2, but misses this time. And we're seeing a very physical, just as we saw previously. This is what it means to players. Let's watch that again on the rebound. He probably went just a tad too far when he went up the screen. It is now 24-16. And the crowd are making a lot of noise. Maleshkin goes up for a two. Makes it land. 2 points for Liga Pro. Now they're a full 10 points ahead. Now we get to see that replay from Maleshkin finding the basket. He's been incredible at that all week. And a timeout. Team's able to take a bit of a reset, have a rethink, discuss their strategy. No coaches, they are their own coach here. And of course, both teams are fighting for the win. Moskowski didn't come all this way just to come this way. We can see on the left of the screen the trophy that they're playing for. Just a nice visual reminder for them while they're on court. Liga Pro reigning champions, but can Moskowski take them down here? Now, Maleshkin working his way around, back in the hands of Moskowski, passing around, working his way up to the basket, thinks he sees it, but doesn't quite. There's a defensive rebound straight in for an opportunity to open the gap up a little bit more for Liga Pro. Ref has blown the whistle. Let's see what happened there. He's having to work his way around that screen. Let's see the decision of the ref now. And we've got Sam working his way up to the basket, but misses the shot. Moskowski really needs to get to work now. They've got 3 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock. They're moving so fast. You can see our LED court just lighting up, trailing behind where the players are moving. And the crowd is absolutely full in here. The energy is high at the stadium. We're getting the replay again. We're getting pictures and lots of replays. Where was that hand going? There we get a thumbs up from Josh saying, yep, I see what I did there. Now back in the hands of Josh. And he goes for 2 points. Just skims the top of the ring. Now back over to Academic. Academic working his way to the basket for 1 point. And we have 2 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock. Maleshkin up for 2. Just a little bit short. Now, what can Sam do? He passes to Josh. Oh, that's not Sam, that is Academic. Passes to Josh, back in the hands of Academic. And up for 1 point. It is gonna go right down to the whistle here, BB. I mean, they're closing the gap slightly. They've brought it back by 1 so far. Can Moskowski have a run into the final whistle?
Honestly, the physical game is showing, and I've seen this before. Both teams are quite skilled with their physical game. Yesterday, we've seen amazing work from both of them, and we've seen the massive comeback from Moskowski. So on the physical realm, both of them are so good. But unfortunately, Liga Pro has this massive advantage with 9 points from the digital game that really puts them on a massive advantage. We are currently sitting on a 9-point difference. We've got Maleshkin pushing through, trying to score that, but landing it out of bounds. Sam very excited. We've seen how happy he was yesterday with his win. Seems a little bit nervous as they get into the break just to discuss a couple of things between them. There is a big struggle, but you never know. Maybe they will push another comeback just as they did yesterday. We are expecting everything from Team Moskowski, the way they have shown their resilience and the resilience and passion to the game, while Liga Pro just has to maintain the difference, has to maintain their score, maintain their gameplay, keep trying for the outer shots, trying to increase that difference as much as possible. Loving the energy from the crowd. So much hype at the Games of the Future venue right now at the Phygital Basketball discipline right here. Still with the break. I believe there's 20 more seconds to go. Players really discussing here. So much pressure on Team Moskowski. They are really discussing every single strategy they can do, trying to find out the best solution or the best way they can get ahead. With 1 second on the clock, the break is ending, and we're back to the game with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Literally 1 minute separating us from knowing who the champion is today. Sam taking the shot real quick, not landing it unfortunately. Every second is counting, the clock is ticking. Liga Pro trying to waste some time here, pushing through. Nice layup, but it is blocked by Academic. Loving that energy right there. Well done, well done, well done. Easy block there, that was smooth. Game commences. Melishkin taking the shot immediately, barely landing it. Sam taking the shot as well, jumping really high and landing that shot. Really reducing that difference there. 7 points difference as we get into 1 minute of that game. Liga Pro missing that layup. Sam trying in there but losing that shot. I believe there's an injury. Josh gets up, all good. He's fine, ladies and gentlemen. The guy is a beast, has a heart of a beast, and is here to play basketball. Nicely done there with Sam. The way he went ahead, jumped really high and went for the shot. Getting in that foul again. More opportunities for them to get as many points as possible just before that 1 minute ends. Nicely done there. 6 points difference. Going in for one more shot. Sam takes that shot, not landing it. Trying to go for the two-pointer, passing it to Academic. Going in for an easy layup. Nicely done there. Team Liga Pro is trying to spend as much time as possible pulling those shots, trying to delay those passes. Melishkin going for the shot. Could be landing it. Nicely done, not landing it. Still taking the rebound. 30 seconds on the clock. Getting all tied in here. Melishkin going in there. Nicely done. Pushing through. Honestly, I already want to say great game so far. Both players are winning, and we're very excited to see who is the winner in 10 seconds. Sarah, take us through the last moments of this game.
Well, there we have it, PB. After 7 minutes of match play, 16 teams from around the world came here to Abu Dhabi after 6 days of Phygital Basketball. 5 rounds, Liga Pro team have retained their crown, and they are our Games of the Future 2025 champions. Congratulations to Liga Pro, and thank you so much for joining us for the Games of the Future Phygital Basketball. Until next time.
They will be making their way towards the stage shortly, where we get ourselves ready for the trophy lift.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Liga Pro team, who have just won not only the championship, but $400,000. If you'd like to be their friend, now is a good time.
An amazing tournament throughout. We saw some intense contests, some close games, and we finally made it to the top of the mountain here and determined our champion. That is Team Liga Pro. Waiting for them to make their way towards the stage here so we can get ourselves ready for this trophy lift.
What a time to be alive right now at the Phygital Games of the Future Abu Dhabi 2025, brought to you by ADNOC. Hall 10 has been full of high emotions all day. Such a great time.
The players are now making their way towards the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited moment is here, and without further ado, I want to introduce to you your champions, Team Liga Pro! Put your hands together. And they will lift the trophy there. Hold the trophy up for the audience to see. Team Liga Pro, congratulations on winning Phygital Freestyle Basketball. Please lift your trophy.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Liga Pro Team.
And now, make some noise for your champions, Team Liga Pro!
Once again, congratulations to Liga Pro Team. We're gonna head it down to Malik on the side of the stage for a great interview with the winning team.
All right. So congratulations to our winning team here, Team Liga Pro. And if you guys have been paying attention to our interviews all throughout this tournament, I kept asking you after every game, how do you feel about it and how do you want to move on? And you kept yourself focused. Now we're focusing on the next game and the next game. Now that you finally won the final game, how does it feel?
That's greatest day, job's done.
Greatest day, I love to hear that. And now, what are the celebration plans?
Plans just to relax and just we need time to rest.
To rest, I can see that was a very physical and close contest. You guys are sweating. Ladies and gentlemen, please show them your support for that wonderful performance they put for us. A huge congratulations to our champions, Team Liga Pro. Thank you very much for participating and for putting on those wonderful performances for us. We would love to see you all again soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you for support.
Clap it up for them, ladies and gentlemen, our champions.
Well, we have crowned a 2025 champion here at the Phygital Basketball at the Phygital Games of the Future Abu Dhabi 2025, powered by ADNOC. What a tremendous game. We saw La Liga and Moscow battling out. La Liga taking a 20-11 lead on the digital side. They held on because Moscowski made a comeback 12-9. Dan, give us some thoughts.
All right, as I told you before, Liga Pro Team, when they come in here, no matter if they have only 2 players on the court, they are already decided they are the champions and they are going to do nothing else but win. As we saw even on their selection of players on the digital game, they had the amazing characters that I was telling you. Look at that, amazing selection of characters, good selection of attire, and amazing performance behind the screen and also on the court.
CNAV, what did you see on the physical side? They did a really good job, and I'm talking about La Liga, just taking care of the league. Moscowska tried to make a comeback. What did your eyes tell the story?
It just shows championship DNA. That's it. The whole game, they maintained composure and gave us a great game to watch.
Well, it definitely was, because we saw the timely shots made by Liga Pro, and it was a very physical game. A lot of fouls being called, a lot of bodies on the floor, jerseys torn, everything that gave it a championship atmosphere in order to go ahead and crown a brand new champion. So now we are looking at the 2 times defending champion of the physical games here in Abu Dhabi, and we are joined by Mbalinsky. But before we get to you, let's take a look at the score at 29-23. Mbalinsky, when you take a look at this and you saw the physical score in digital, what was the game plan moving into today's championship game?
We knew that we will play against 3 physics, so the plan on the game is survive. That's all.
Absolutely.
That's right. Survive and advance. I love it. Go, Dan.
Now, survival you did, and actually you survived and gave victory. You played very good basketball, and you showed us who the champ is. Now, coming on to what gave you the absolute teamwork. You guys play really well together. Would you say that even if you are 2 men on the team, you still played like a whole team, even though Big Baby Mish was on the side?
No, we really natural team because we support each other. We play many tournaments together. So we literally is the team that I want to see.
All right, and I know you guys are defending champions.
Yeah.
My question to you and the rest of your team, how is this different for the first one and now? How does it feel for you?
Feel incredible. I'm just a little bit tired, as you see. But I think defending the champion always harder, in my opinion.
Now we noticed the last couple games, it was just you and Chudo who was playing. Maestro wasn't playing. Was that the game plan? Is he not feeling great? What was happening there?
We all not feel great a little bit, but we play good with Misha, and coach decide to not change the plan. And about feeling, we all have some little injury. As you see, I play with this thing on my leg. I have serious injury in my ankle, so I play with 5 of 10 pain. And if you see, I can literally jump from my leg, so it was hard to play.
He came in here with an injured leg, but he was able to grab the championships and bring Liga Pro team success. Congratulations once more.
Thank you very much.
The game was really amazing.
Thanks so much, Mbalinsky. What an amazing championship that we had all together, from the players playing, from the teams coming together. If you look at the match MVP, it goes to Big Baby Mish. His time on the the digital side, the digital 1.2 point, the 8 points on the digital 2-point goal, he made his mark, and he's the match MVP, and it was the reason why they were up in the part when they were going to the physical game. It was one of the best championship games. Dan, give me your final thoughts.
Absolutely, I love this game. Actually, basketball has just been revamped, very new, due to this physical and digital fusion. We are never gonna look at sports again. We are gonna always look at sports as the physical and the digital. Maybe you might start to play some games, Coach.
Yeah, listen, I may have to start stretching. We saw Mbalinsky out here with the little ankle brace and everything else. But like everything else, there are 2 sides of the story. As much as Liga Pro team won the championship, showed what they could do, Moskowski came in here. They're a slugfest, fighting every tooth and nail to get to the championship game. And they showed true heart in what they had to do, CNAV.
Yes, exactly. You could see at the end of the game, towards the end, they were still feeding Academic, going for a low post game, trying to inch their way up, but it was just too much for them against the championship team.
As well as that, we also had a little bit of mismatch because we saw Josh was trying to defend Chudo, a very big man. Whenever they took a chance and differentiated the size of Josh and who he was defending, they actually were at a disadvantage. But when he was manning Meleshkin, they are pretty much equal to each other. But the mismatch was when he was overpowered by Chudo and he could not be able to really perform on the 2 points that he's very used to.
Well, one of the things I'd like to see in the evolution of this sport is the fact that we already talked earlier, La Liga and Moskowski, they practiced together, right? How was the advantage? What was the disadvantage in that as well, too? But then we also had teams such as these two, and also our third place game, they had FIBA 3-on-3 world champion type players. So that affects a big part of it. Moving forward, what do you see is the evolution of this game, Dan?
The evolution of this game, actually, it's really hard to predict, but we can go on next year into Astana knowing that this game is about to be revolutionized and more people are becoming more aware of the part of the digital, because as myself, I did not know much about the digital, but today I have learned so much because of this competition. I'm sure all the fans around the world, you have also enjoyed seeing the digital game being played on a large scale such as this one. Abu Dhabi and the UAE, congratulations for this amazing feat.
And Nev, it was your first day with us. Great job today, by the way. Give us your final thoughts overall and your impressions on these games.
Yeah, overall wise, I like the idea, the concept of having a digital and a physical. And also, it's just in terms of, I'm into fitness. So in terms of the fitness community, they're doing a great job.
Well, it was great having all of you. Now remember, next year in 2026, we hope to see all of you in the beautiful country of Astana to join us for the great Phygital Games of 2026. It has been our pleasure to come to your room, your TV channel, so you could watch us. We want to give a special thanks, of course, to Dan, the man with the plan, CNAV, Steve, who's not with us today, but also our play-by-play announcers, Sarah and Bibi, and our MCs. We can't forget Hattie, Malik, and Jenna, and of course, our two amazing people in the truck, Hedvig and Josh. Thank you for joining us and being a part of the 2025 Phygital Games here in Abu Dhabi, and we'll see you next year in Astana.
Thank you very much.
Abu Dhabi and UAE at the moment seems to be the epicenter of autonomous, robotics and many other activities.
Health is the essence of who we are. M42 is a global health champion harnessing the power of artificial intelligence, technology and genomics to transform healthcare systems and ensure that everyone, everywhere, has access to the care they need. Our dedication to health knows no borders, and we serve with the belief that health is not a privilege. It is a universal right.
Running a business doesn't have to be complicated. At Solutions Plus, we provide a tailored combination of consulting, business process outsourcing, and technology solutions, from digital to finance, procurement, HR, ESG, and integrated facilities management. We take care of it all, letting you focus on success. Partner with Solutions Plus and take your business to the next level.
What if the spaces between us could disappear? And one move makes all the difference. Sometimes it feels like bonds growing stronger across any distance. When the spaces between us disappear, beautiful things happen.
Looking for car, health or home insurance? Don't waste hours calling around. At insurancemarket.ae, I bring you quotes from the UAE's top insurers in seconds. Compare, choose and buy instantly, all in one place. Over 200,000 policyholders already trust us with a 4.8-star rating. Join them today. Insurancemarket.ae, where insurance gets smarter. Insurancemarket.ae.
Energy is life. And today, life is happening in two worlds, physical and digital. In Abu Dhabi, where source energy powers innovation, a new kind of energy rises. An energy that unites worlds through intention and action. Where physical skills meet digital mastery, and next generation of champions are born. This is where talent meets technology. Where strength meets strategy. Where energy amplifies through action and powers the future. The games of the future, powered by ADNOC.